Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katelyn, and today we are continuing the 100 Dragon Challenge. So, for today, this is going to be the first of, like, I guess a sibling piece. Like, we're going to do two pieces that relate to each other with these suggestions. And I saw these suggestions for a very long time. I think one of the oldest comments I gathered was, like, maybe over 2 years ago, like 1 to 2 years ago. But today, we're going to be doing a moon dragon. And then eventually we will do a sun dragon, which I'm also excited for, but today I just was really inspired to do the moon one. So at least for when I was thinking about designs for this dragon in general, I really wanted to lean on, I guess, crescent moon shapes, or like kind of like a flowy, larger, like not Asian lung, but I guess kind of like an Asian lung style dragon. But specifically for its head, I wanted it to kind of almost be beak-like and have it all come into like a partial crescent kind of look. I thought that would look really nice for a moon dragon design. And I wanted lots of cool like whiskers and like maybe some cool hair on the back. And then I also included some spines and some fins because I was thinking to myself that I want both the sun and moon dragon to have, I guess, related design aspects. So I was trying to also brainstorm what thing or different design pieces I could bring over between the two designs. So I'm thinking like the spines and the webbing might be interesting to have between the two, or maybe the chest plating, lots of different ideas that I have for at least what designs could be brought over between the two so they at least look related, you know, that they're kind of within the same series, but they're different dragons at the same time. So with that in mind, I just designed the overall body shape. Like I said, I wanted him very long and winding looking. And in my head, I was trying to also plan out how I wanted this final piece to look while I was designing this. So with the rough sketch figured out and drafted out, it was time to get into the final drawing. And what I was thinking, at least when I was jumping into sketching, was I was thinking it'd be really fun to have both of these dragons kind of holding their respective planet. But no, the moon's not a planet. The moon's a moon. But you know what I mean? Like, and then I guess the sun's a star. So their respective space orbs. Yes. Anyway, I wanted them to be holding their respective space orbs and then also facing each other. So that's kind of what I had in mind, was they would be kind of looking at one or another. And so I had this one initially face left, and then I think the sun dragon I will have face right. So they could be a really nice like combo piece to have them like placed near each other. I thought that'd be really cool to do. So I started planning out, and I kind of struggled a little bit with how I wanted the dragon to hold the moon. I kept going back and forth with the leg and feet placement, along with how I wanted the neck to kind of go around the moon, because for sure I wanted the beak-like face to kind of line up with the curve of the moon in my brain. So I was like, all right, let's figure out how to put the neck and have the creature holding the moon. Like, let's see how we could figure that out. I do like how this one turned out pose-wise, but I kind of wish I did something a little different with the neck. I was really liking it while I was drawing it, but I kind of wish I figured out another way to elongate and make the neck look also cool and curvy, just like the tail, but I was still pretty happy with how this turned out. I also added some really nice wispy whiskers. I thought that would just kind of add a really fun ethereal aspect to it. So I added a couple to the face, and I just really like how that looked overall. And yeah, I just was really digging this design. Like, I kind of was brainstorming a couple different ways to utilize these 100 dragons. I know that I've made prints in the past, like this is just business Katelyn kicking in, but I don't know, prints don't really sell as well anymore. I don't know if it's just because online they don't sell very well, or I mean at conventions, when conventions were a thing before 2020, my prints, they did okay, but things I think always are doing better, and I don't know, maybe people are print burnt out, but I'm thinking about making maybe a couple of pins of different heads of the 100 dragons. I thought that would be really cool because that's something I would want like on my bag. I keep trying to think of stuff that I would want to buy or I would want to just have in my collection of art and things. So I was thinking some cool like either wooden or enamel pins. Like I did do the enamel pins for the mimics, but then I also saw there's some really cool like wooden style pins. It's really hard to know what to do. There's a lot of really cool products that can be created, you know? So I'm curious what you guys think on, would you be interested in dragon pins? Like if I did maybe their heads or faces, maybe a few of them I could do full body, but I think they're a little too detailed to convert into pins unless they were like, I guess a little bit bigger pins. But I'm thinking like the heads or like different bust shots would be really cool for that. So let me know down in the comments. And with that too, I also am trying to figure out, trying to make some plushies. I'm really wanting to make a couple plushies of like my monster mashes and a few of my dragons. So I'm hoping to start figuring that out and seeing how that's possible, or getting them manufactured or anything like that. Because, whoo boy, plushies I think are going to be a pretty big undertaking. But man, I could see a couple of the dragons being super cute plushes. I know I want to make a Cthulhu and a blue dragon slug. That's going to happen. But yeah, I'm just really excited to make some cool new stuff for this year because conventions are back on. I got 2 here at the end of the year, and it's gonna be fun to get back into like the convention circuit and the convention scene. So I got the line art all done. I realized I didn't do my changing line weight on this one, which I was a little bummed that I completely missed. I don't know how I missed it. I think it was just kind of because this was later at night that I was drawing this. And I just totally spaced after the day, but I think it still has a lot of good dimension to it from the line work, and I know the color will help a lot with that. So at least in terms of the colors I was thinking for this one, I knew the moon, I wanted it to be like the grays and the blacks, and kind of just stick to those cool grays for this one. And then for the dragon itself, I don't know, whenever I think like moon or like things that are made with like the moon concept in mind, I think of like blues and greens and purples, and then sometimes some like pale yellows I also think about too. I know there's so many different moon colors, like the harvest moon you could say is just like a really rich yellowy orange. And then like right now, it kind of sucks, but right now in Arizona we're having some major fires, so we're like anticipating the moon having a couple of different colors. Like, I mean, hell, the sun was this crazy red the other day, just in the middle of the day, just from all the smoke. And then I think there's like a pink moon coming up, I think I saw in some news. So I mean, there's a lot of colors to pick from just because our atmosphere does some amazing things to the moon, and then like it interacting with the sun and like an eclipse, and there's so many options. But I was like, let's just stick with like OG moon colors, and then I'll just go with my gut and pick colors that I feel really represent the moon in general for like the dragon's colors. So like I said, for the dragon body, primarily I was hinting at the blues, but I also wanted to keep it in those lighter whitish colors. It's a little bit hard to convey a white dragon on a white piece of paper without potentially coloring the background in, and I didn't want to like burn through my black Copic. So I think I did a pretty okay job with like mostly highlighting that this is a bluish whitish creature, with having it as like the shadows and the shading of it. I think it just looks so like light and airy, and I just love it. I just feel whenever I think of the moon, I don't know, to me it has like a feminine charm to it in a way, like a light, airy, kind of mysterious feeling to it. And I know like I guess I kind of gendered the moon there, but I don't know, to me it just feels like, I guess, more feminine to me. But I just really love this design, and I think it worked really well with the idea of it being the moon, and I'm really excited to do the sun. I kind of am thinking like more, I guess, larger, kind of a little bit broader, since the sun is, of course, like way bigger than the moon. And maybe I'll incorporate some more like feathers to kind of hint to like with Greek mythology with oh my gosh, I'm already forgetting his name, the god that pulled the moon across the sky, or not the moon, the sun across the sky with well, I mean, wasn't there one for both? Now I'm just kind of rambling. But I remembered, I think it had that god had winged horses to do that with the sun, so I thought that'd be kind of fun to incorporate maybe like a horse or like Pegasus type of situation. I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes when I make the sun dragon. I also use this really nice purple for the top of the hair and like in the ridges of the spines. I just really liked the combination of the purples, blues, and greens, and then like a nice hit of yellow for the eye. I had a lot of fun with this one, and it was a lot of fun coloring it. I know like there's little things that I could easily nitpick all day about it, just because I see it now after I finish the drawing, but I really like it, and I think it's a really fun and interesting design, at least for me. So now I'm just in the final stretch, just adding in the last little bits to the spine. This one I didn't really need to hit with my my white gel pen, just because most of it was already white and highlighted. So just wrapped it up from here, and I really like how it looks. I love the colors. I loved how the moon turned out. I was a little anxious to draw the moon, but let's go ahead and look at your guys' dragons from last week for the LGBTQ plus dragon. There was so many cool dragon designs just because there's so many cool flags. It was really hard to decide, but odds are 66. This one is just so fun and colorful, and I love how you photographed it. It just looks really, really nice. And Luca Space Cadet, this one is really fun. I'm sorry if I butchered your username, but it's just like so cool and long, and it reminds me of a gecko, but all of you did amazing. I loved all of your different designs, all your different flag representations. It was just so fun to see. So if you guys would like to enter for the Moon Dragon, you can join our Discord community and post your entry there, or you can post it on Instagram or Twitter with the hashtag KM100Dragons. And I can't wait to see what you guys make. I think the moon is just such a cool thing and is like open for interpretation on how you like perceive it for a dragon. So I'm excited to see what you guys make. But anyway, thank you guys again so much for stopping by and checking out this video. And if you aren't already, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button, join our community, hit the like button if you like the 100 Dragon Challenge. And I guess I'll see you guys next time for maybe the Sun Dragon next time. I don't know. Maybe we'll put something else in between. But either way, see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.